If you're doing the Murph workout this year, here's 3 things I want you to think through beforehand. Hi, I'm Dr. Zach Ratliff from TruMotion Therapy. I'm a sports chiropractor as well as a CrossFit coach, and I want you to have the best possible experience this year doing the Murph workout. The first thing to consider is your preparation for this workout. This is a very high volume workout, including running, pull-ups, push-ups, squats, followed by another run. So it's important that we train up our tendons and our joints adequately to take on those stresses on the day where we're doing full-blown Murph. What that might look like, we do need to train those specific movements that we just talked about. We need to be training at a volume for those movements. So making sure that, once to twice a week for about 4 to 6 weeks leading up to Murph, that we're getting, some good pull-up work, push-ups, and squats into our training so that we can build up our joints, our tendons, muscles adequately so that we don't end up getting injured when we're doing the full workout. Now, in addition to doing the specific movements, it's also important to do accessory work. So consider for the pull-ups, it's also going to be important not only if you're doing kipping or butterfly pull-ups in the workout, it's also going to be important during your preparation work that you're doing some strict pull-ups, maybe at lower reps or a lower volume, but that's also just going to help stress those muscles and joints in a slightly different way, adding some resiliency and strength on them. Other ways you can think about doing that, some banded pull-ups. You could do higher reps of those pull-ups if you do it with a band. Or even more so, if we use row variations, that's also going to work some similar muscle groups that are going to help bolster just that heavy volume of pull-ups that are in this workout. The push-ups always sneak up on people in Murph. 200 push-ups is a ton. So things we want to consider, we got to do some push-ups. But we also should think about maybe doing some high volume push-ups from our knee. So we can do more volume if we regress that movement just a little bit. But you might also want to consider throwing in some bench press work or dumbbell bench, again, just to work those similar muscle groups, but also give yourself a break from that one specific movement of push-ups. And then last of all, many of us have some form of weighted squatting in our training, but 300 air squats or 300 air squats with a vest is very different than doing low volume heavyweight squats. So make sure that we're training both aspects of that so that our body is most well prepared for this workout. Another often neglected piece of our preparation for Murph is the running aspect. Many of us maybe are not running a full mile at a time. Maybe we're running shorter intervals, or really we're just using different cardio equipment in our training. 2 miles across this workout is actually a decent distance that can put some considerable strain on the Achilles tendon, as well as the hips, the knees, especially when those knees are also getting challenged with 300 air squats. So make sure that we're also getting some work in, building up that running mileage so that we're adequately prepared, especially for that last mile of Murph to finish it off. The second consideration is creating a strategy on how you're going to attack this workout. This workout is high volume, and it is really tough for some people to do 100 pull-ups all at once or 200 push-ups all at once. So some people may opt to do that workout straight through, do the mile run, immediately go into 100 pull-ups, immediately go into 200 push-ups, and then do their 300 air squats and do it in that order. I will say that is a strategy for higher level athletes, people that are probably familiar with this workout. For most of us, adopting a partitioned strategy for this workout can be highly effective. One of the most common ones that you'll see is doing 20 rounds of a different workout called Cindy. And so one round of Cindy consists of 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, and 15 air squats. And so when you do 20 rounds of that, you complete that full volume of the Murph workout. And what this strategy does is, as you're doing one movement, such as the pull-ups, in theory, your muscles are recovering a little bit for the push-ups and for the squats. So as you do one movement, you're kind of resting from the others, and then you're kind of just grinding it out one round after another until you get to that 20 rounds. Obviously, there's infinite ways to partition or modify this workout. You could do 10 rounds or you could do 20 rounds. So choose the strategy that's right for you, but just make sure you have a game plan going into this workout, and just make sure that you're being realistic with yourself and not overdoing it, because we don't want to see an injury near that later stage right as you're about to finish the workout. So just make sure you finish this workout strong. The last consideration or thing I want you to remember is that this workout is for fun. It's for us to be in the community, grinding out through this workout with our fellow athletes, and just remembering that this workout isn't about you. It's about honoring our veterans, Michael Murphy specifically for this workout, but all of our veterans and the great sacrifices that they have made for our country. And just remember that at the end of the day, your time isn't going to matter, your ego doesn't matter, but those other things do. Now, if in your preparation for Murph this year, you do run into some injuries or some nagging pain along the way, we would love to help you out with that. We'd love to come alongside you, help you strategize, help you best prepare this year for the Murph workout. So please head over to TruMotionTherapy.com, where we have more resources, as well as the ability to schedule an appointment with one of our providers.